All right, so the brand new iPhone 17 Pro Max is officially out in the world, and you know what that means. The big question is on everyone's mind. Is it really worth upgrading from last year's model? Well, in this explainer, we're going to break down every single difference to help you figure out if this is the upgrade for you.
So, yeah, that is the big question, isn't it? We're going to look at everything: the design, the screen, the performance, that all important battery life, and of course, the cameras. Are these just tiny little tweaks, or is this a genuine leap forward? Let's find out.
Okay, first things first. Let's talk about the most obvious change, and trust me, it is a big one. Apple has completely reimagined the design, giving this iPhone a totally new identity.
So, the biggest deal here, the real foundation of the new design, is the material itself. Apple is actually moving away from the titanium frame we saw on the 16 Pro and introducing a single solid piece of aluminum. The frame and the back are now one piece, which completely changes how it looks and feels. And you can see it right away. Say goodbye to that glass camera square. It's been replaced by a bigger, integrated aluminum rectangle.
So, what's the point of all this, practically speaking? Well, how about this? A massive boost in toughness. For the very first time, Apple put its ceramic shield tech on the back of the phone. And they're claiming this new unibody design is 4 times more durable than the back of the iPhone 16 Pro Max. 4 times. That's a big deal. Now, of course, nothing comes for free, right? There are a couple of trade offs. This new design is just a little bit thicker and a little heavier. But, and this is pretty cool, Apple did something really clever. They've wrapped the antenna all the way around that new camera rectangle. And that's not just for looks, it actually gives you noticeably better network coverage and more stable calls.
All right, let's move on to the display. And trust me, what's going on here is way more than just screen deep. There's some seriously cool engineering happening behind that glass. So, where are you going to see the biggest difference? Outside, in direct sunlight. The peak outdoor brightness has jumped from 2,000 nits to a whopping 3,000 nits. Indoors, you're probably not going to notice it. But outside on a bright day, oh yeah, it's a total game changer for being able to see your screen.
So, how in the world does it stay that bright without, overheating? Well, that's the secret sauce: a new cooling system Apple calls a vapor chamber. It actually uses vapor to pull heat away from the processor and all the other important bits, and it is insanely efficient. We're talking 20 times faster at getting rid of heat than the old titanium frame was.
And that right there is why this new cooling system is so important. It's the whole reason the screen can actually stay at that super bright 3000 nits for way longer without automatically dimming itself to cool down. So you get a screen that's not just brighter, but also more consistently bright when you need it most. Okay, let's get into the brains of the operation, the A19 Pro chip. But here's the thing, the headline this year isn't about raw speed. It's about something smarter.
Yeah, you heard that right. If you're looking at just raw day-to-day performance, the jump is tiny. It's only about 2% faster than the A18 Pro from last year. So if you're hoping for a massive speed boost when you open your apps, this isn't where you're going to find it. So if not speed, then what? Well, Apple put all their chips, pun intended, on this, the neural accelerator. It's a whole new thing where AI processing is built right into every single core of the GPU. What does that actually mean for you? It means super complex AI stuff can now happen right on your phone, instantly, without talking to the cloud. This is where the real magic of the A19 is. Okay, now for what might be the most important part for a lot of you: battery life. And let me tell you, the news here is really, really good. We're seeing a huge leap in both how long the phone lasts and how fast you can charge it. I mean, just take a look at these numbers for a second. The battery itself is just physically bigger, and that translates to six more hours of video playback. That is huge. On top of that, the charging speed has literally doubled to 40 watts. That means getting to a 50% charge takes just 20 minutes instead of 35. That is a massive real-world difference. All right, let's talk cameras. Now, for years, all the attention has gone to the cameras on the back.
But for the first time in a long time, the front camera is getting just as much love. And when I say love, I mean it. The selfie camera upgrade is honestly huge. We're going from 12 to 18 megapixels, but check this out. The sensor is twice as big. That means your low light selfies are going to look so much better. And finally, it brings center stage to the front camera so you'll always be perfectly framed on your video calls.
Okay, shifting to the back cameras, there's a term you're going to hear a lot: fusion camera. And it's not just marketing fluff. Basically, think of it like this: it uses a massive 48 megapixel sensor, but the goal isn't just to give you a giant photo. The real goal is to use all those extra pixels for incredible digital zoom, so you can crop in without losing any quality.
And this is the real game changer. See, last year, only the main wide camera had this cool tech. But now, on the 17 Pro, the ultra wide and the telephoto get it too. All three of the main cameras are now fusion cameras. So what does that actually get you when it comes to zoom? Well, it's a super clever mix of hardware and software. You start with the new 4x optical zoom lens, which is already great. But then, by cropping into that new 48 megapixel sensor, you can get all the way to an 8x zoom photo that's still super high quality with basically no loss in detail. Okay, and to round things out, here's a quick lightning round of some other key upgrades. You've got Bluetooth 6.0 for better range and more stable connections. There's a new 2 terabyte storage option, which is insane. You can finally record with the front and back cameras at the same time in the native app. And there's even a new Pro feature called Ginlock for syncing up multiple iPhones. So, after all that, let's boil it down. What are the top 3 things you're actually going to notice and feel day to day? First, that brand new unibody design that's way tougher and has better reception. Second, that killer combo of way faster charging and a huge 6-hour battery boost. And third, that massively upgraded selfie camera. And that brings us right back to where we started. We've laid out all the evidence: a totally new design, a much smarter display, an AI-focused chip, a battery that just won't quit, and pro-level cameras across the board. So ultimately, the ball is in your court. Based on everything you've just seen, do these changes justify the upgrade for you?